Hello everybody, Mr. Wyatt here, and we're looking at numbers 17 through 20 on the topic 7 review. And we do have the test coming up tomorrow. These last 4 questions all deal with volume. Now, to find the volume of this rectangular prism, any prism, to find the volume, you use the formula V equals big B times H, which means the volume is the area of the base times the height. Big B always stands for area of the base. Okay? Now, in this particular example, it's a rectangular prism. So to find the area of the base, which is a rectangle, you would just take length times width. So we can just take volume equals length times width. That would give you the area of the base times the height. So can we find all of the dimensions in this prism? Well, this dimension here is 2. This dimension here is 3. And then this dimension over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is 6. So length times width, I suppose that would be 6 times 2 then, right? And then take that times the height, which is 3. And that gives us 36. Now, volume is always cubic units, okay? So I'm going to put for my label units cubed. And that's it, 36 cubic units. You could imagine this entire thing would have 36 of these blocks in it. All right, there'd be a total of 36 blocks in that figure. All right, what is the volume of this rectangular prism? Again, volume is area of the base times the height. But again, the base in this figure happens to be a rectangle. And to find the area of a rectangle, you just take length times width. So we could say volume is length times width. That'll give you the area of the base times the height. Length times width times height will work for all rectangular prisms. So length times width, that's 1.8 times 0.9. And then times the height, which is 0.7. All right, so we're just going to multiply those together. And we can use a calculator. You can see my really nice one right here. Ah. So I'm going to take 1.8 times 0.9 times 0.7 equals 1.134. And since it's volume, I again have cubic units. It's meters here, so cubic meters would be my label, 1.134 cubic meters. All right. Number 19, the volume of this fish tank is 2,160 cubic inches. 2,160 cubic inches. The length is 20 inches and the height is 12 inches. What is the width? You see the width here is not given. I'll just put a W there for that unknown width. All right, so let's write our formula down. Volume equals area of the base times the height. Since it is a rectangular prism, the area of the base would be length times width. So I'm just going to write that down. Volume equals length times width times height. And then we'll fill in what we know. This time we're given the volume. It's 2,160 cubic inches. So 2,160 equals the length, which is 20, times the width, which we do not know, times the height, which is 12. Now, some people would just go ahead and take 2,160 in their calculator, divide that by 20, and then divide that by 12. And that will work very well. That'll get you the correct answer. Others would say, well, can I just take 20 times 12? Yes, and that's 240. Times W equals 2,160. Then divide by 240 to finish this problem. And you find out the width. Let's see what it is. 2160 divided by 240 equals 9. The width is 9. Now, what's my label? Well, the width would be 9 inches. It's not cubic inches because we're not finding the volume. We're just finding this missing measurement here. We're already given the volume. So 9 inches, that's our missing width. You can check that answer when you're done by taking 9 times 20 times 12, and it should equal 2,160 when you do that. And then we have one last question here, number 20. The area of the base B of a pentagonal prism is 90 square centimeters. The height of the prism is 6 centimeters. What is the volume? What is the volume? And you might be thinking, a pentagonal prism? Yeah, that's a prism where you have 5 rectangular faces, but then you have 2 bases that are both pentagons. And you might be thinking, well, I don't know how to find the volume when I have a pentagonal prism. Actually, yes, you do, because volume equals big B times little h. It's the area of the base times the height. And guess what? We are told what the area of the base is. The area of the base, big B, is 90. So let's just substitute that in for B. And then multiply by the height of the prism, and that's given as well. It's 6. So this ends up being actually a really easy problem. Area of the base times the height. 90 times 6 is 540. And volume is always cubic units. We're dealing with centimeters here. So it's cubic centimeters. All right, that's it. Good luck on the test tomorrow. I'll see you later.